What's up, everybody? Today's daily devotional, 366 daily devotional. This one today for December 11th is called Jesus Thirst. Now, there's different types of thirst. There is water thirst, right? Wanting something to drink. When Jesus said that I am thirsty, we really have that, indication, especially when you go and read everything he shared before, that he wasn't talking about thirsty for necessarily water. And then even then they just went and mocked him, right? They went and gave him some vinegar or something like that. But pretty sure it was vinegar. And but the thirst that he was talking about, what we believe, is that eternal life. And it's one that he talks about. The author tells you to go read John chapter 4, verses 1 through 14. So again, maybe even before watching this, pause it, grab a Bible, read John chapter 4, verses 1 through 14, then come back and come listen to this. Today's daily verse is John chapter 19, verse 28, I am thirsty. And here's what the author says. These words are said every day by millions of people all over the world. However, few people really know genuine physical thirst at its worst. Those who have experienced it tell blood-curdling tales of the suffering it causes. Think of a person lost in a desert without water, the scorching sun burning mercilessly down on them. In wartime, when ships had been torpedoed, the survivors were left adrift in lifeboats, surrounded by an ocean without any water to drink. This thirst is only part of human thirst. It is physical thirst, but then there is the other kind of thirst, spiritual thirst. Thirsting for God, for salvation, and for everlasting life. We are standing at Golgotha again today, where we have brought our sin and have come for forgiveness. We have brought our corruption to receive perfection, our rebellion to learn humbleness. We have come to the cross with our despair to receive faith, with darkness to receive eternal light, with our sorrow to receive joy. We have come to Golgotha with our physical and spiritual thirst to receive the water of life. Christ was hanging on the cross and he couldn't live much longer. The darkness had passed and the sun was shining again. The pain of his wounds in the blistering eastern sun were accompanied by a consuming thirst. This was one of the most painful aspects of death on the cross. It is said that with the crucifixion, one's thirst is worse than the pain. Jesus had now been on the cross for 3 hours. After all the preceding suffering and scorn, he now had to endure this unbearable thirst. Lord, thank you for the sacrifice you made on the cross. Psalms chapter 42, verses 1 through 2. As a deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, O God. I thirst for God, the living water. And so, guys, we're going to close out with that. And just talking about thirst and being thirsty. Sometimes it's not necessarily us needing to focus on, the water and food and things like that, but just the spiritual seeking, the wanting God in our life to be given that type of water, that living water that Jesus talks about. And I'm going to read this one in Psalms again. Psalms chapter 42, verses 1 through 2. As a deer longs for streams of water, so I long for you, O God. I thirst for God, the living God. And we're gonna close out with that one today. Just real short and quick. Again, I would recommend going and reading John chapter 4, verses 1 through, I think it ends at 14. And then this story, you're just hearing him talk to a Samaritan woman about getting water, and she was here, not used to someone Jewish coming and talking to her, being a Samaritan woman, and goes and goes and asks him, pretty much, what are you doing asking me for this? And then he brings up, that if you knew, you knew God and you knew who this was, you would ask me for water, but not the same type of living water. The living water that we, that we have now when we give our life to Jesus, and we seek that living water in our life. We seek God more in our life. And yeah, guys, I'm going to close out with that. God bless you. Have a good night. I actually have an airport run I'm heading to right now, and that will be the end of my night. So I'm just getting ready to close out and do that and be home. All right, guys. God bless you. Thank you so much. And I am always here too. If you guys have any questions or things that you want to talk about. And I'm just going to leave it there. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good night. God bless you.